Hello everyone, I'm Orny Lorcan Fan Wrestling and welcome to a new series, modern day WWE on TEW9 or IX, whatever you want to call it, TEW9. Sorry for the lack of videos. All my other series are they're still going on, but I've just been very busy and haven't had time. Other series will come back at some point, but for now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to have this series be uploaded up to date, but who knows on that, but so, let's begin. We start off with a 90 promo. We start off the show, the crowd's chanting CM Punk, CM Punk, and CM Punk comes out, the crowd goes crazy. He has his war title, he does his thing, he gets in the ring and he cuts a promo. He gets on the mic, he says that now that Seth is out of the picture, he can focus on important things like being the best in the war. He can finally have his championship reign without Seth interrupting it. He talks for a little bit. I think I set that for 6 minutes, maybe longer. It's CM Punk, so he just talks about a lot of things. But then the Bronze come out. The Vision, the Bronze, Paul Heyman, they come out. The crowd boos. Breaker gets on the mic and says the only reason CM Punk is world champion is because of me. It's because me and Bronson Reed took out Seth Rollins. We forced that title to become vacant and making you champion. If we were in the Battle Royale, which we were taken out of, if we were in that Battle Royale, we would have won it and we would have been champions. Because you would have not survived one of us. But you got Jey Uso and you were able to survive. They keep talking, but then LA Knight. Can this not scroll down? Okay. LA Knight comes out. He is sick. He comes out. LA Knight. Yeah. Week in, week out, the same old thing. Yeah. So Braun Breaker comes out. Oh, I'm Braun. Blah blah blah. Woof woof woof. I'm a dog. And then I'm Punk. I'm the best in the world. Blah blah. And you know me and all these people are sick of it. Yeah, we are sick of the same thing week after week after week. I am sick of you. I'm sick of you, Punk. I'm sick of the Bronze, and I'm sick of all of this. And I'm here because I'm gonna end this whole charade, and I'm finally gonna end this reign of terror you have over Raw. Braun Breaker gets into LA Knight's face. He keeps talking shit. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, you stupid dog? Braun Breaker then headbutts LA Knight, and then they start brawling. Punk gets involved. They all start brawling. Oh wow, okay. They're also brawling. Road agents, referees, security, all those people come out, pull them apart, and then we cut off for an ad. This promo did a 90. Punk got 100, of course. Everyone else did pretty good. That starts the War Title Chaos feud. This was a 20-minute angle. But yeah, did pretty good. Let's get into our first, I think. No, I have a segment, I think. Yeah, 58. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are backstage. They're talking. They're in the main event tonight. The main event of Raw tonight is AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus Finn Balor and JD McDonough in the World Title rematch, Tag Team Title rematch. They're still trying to come up with names. Dragon Lee's like, I really think AJ Lee is a great name. We combine our names, and AJ's like, listen, man, I don't think that's a good option. What about Dragon Style? And he said, actually, that's not bad. What about Phenomenal Lee? Well, that takes out my name. I don't. Well, we're both phenomenal. You're not the only phenomenal one there. That kind of. They're going back and forth. Dirty Dom then walks in with his 2 titles and says, listen, guys, I hope you enjoyed your, how long has it been? Like 14-day title reign? But Finn Balor and JD McDonough are going to come back and win those titles again. And they're going to become 3-time tag team champions. And then we're going to go back to how it was, how it should be. Those titles not being defended. Hope you guys had fun. See you in the main event. My boys will see you in the main event. They walk off, and Dragon Lee and AJ just like, and Dragon Lee's like, I just want to wipe that that stupid smile off his face. It's just like time will come. But let's think of more names. We got some more brainstorming we gotta do. Yeah. We get into our first match of the night. Stephanie Valkyr and Nikki Bella teaming up against Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. It does a 60, and about that decent reaction from the crowd but subpar wrestling, the Judgment Day of Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez defeated Stephanie Valkyr and Nikki Bella in 13:52 when Raquel Rodriguez pinned Nikki Bella. So, Stephanie and Nikki are arguing a little bit. Nikki Bella, she thinks she's the best. What the fuck? Okay. These two think um, Nikki thinks she's better than Stephanie. Stephanie's like, they're going back and forth, and Nikki doesn't want to tag in Stephanie Valkyr. Some stuff happens. Raquel Rodriguez hits her finisher, the power bomb thing. I don't remember the name, like tequila bomb or something like that. She pins Nikki Bella. 48 from Nikki Bella, 58 from Stephanie, 56 from Raquel Rodriguez, and 54 from what am I saying? 56 from Roxanne Perez, 54 from Raquel Rodriguez. It's 2 in the morning. Liv Morgan is not here. I'll make sure to get rid of her. She's injured. I don't know why she's being a manager. But the match is 60. After the match, Nikki Bella, I wrote text here. I don't know why the text is not here. But Nikki Bella and Stephanie argue while the Judgment Day celebrate. They're happy over this. Yeah. We get 62. Rusev. So, Rusev walks into Pierce's office. He's like, "Who's my opponents for the John Cena tournament?" And Pierce is like, "Oh, Rusev, sorry, you didn't you didn't get the memo?" And he's like, "What are you talking about? You know that tournament? It's randomly drawn. It's randomly drawed. Um, and you didn't make the cut, buddy. You're not in the tournament." And Rusev is like, "What? I'm not in the tournament. I was one of John Cena's I'm one of John Cena's most fearsome rivals. I've beaten Cena. Most people haven't done that. How am I not in the tournament?" And Pierce is like, "I'm sorry, man. You're not in the tournament." And Rusev just storms out of his office, and Kit Wilson is walking past, even though he's on SmackDown, because I ran out of people. Raw, not a big roster. But Kit Wilson is walking past, and Rusev just annihilates Kit Wilson. He just Moscow kicks him, throws him into crates, just beats him down. And Pierce is like, "Rusev, you know what? You know what? You just want to attack people? Fine, Rusev. You'll be fighting Kit Wilson next." So commercial break happens. And then he's fighting Kit. Commercial break happens. We cut back and we get a 41 in an extremely short match. Rusev defeats Kit Wilson in 5:24 by submission with the Acolyte. 58 from Rusev, 39 from Kit Wilson, 41 match rating. This seems unimportant, but the reason this is here is the submit to Rusev's heelish nature. That's gonna come a play in a storyline coming soon. We get a 73. Oh, there we go. So, the whole promo's right here, actually. Well, but I figure out how to do it anyways. So, Pierce is in his office. He's like, "Oh, man, this job. Every day, there's always something going on." And he gets cut off by CM Punk and LA Knight storming in the office, arguing with each other, and they're just arguing, yelling at each other, and Pierce is like, "Enough!" They finally stop, and Pierce is like, "What is the problem? Why are you arguing in my office?" And Punk is sick of the bronze, Knight is sick of the bronze, and Pierce says, "Listen, Knight, I would love to have you involved, but you're in the Cena tournament. You have to focus on that. You need to focus on that." And Knight's like, "Yeah, I know, I'm gonna." LA Knight, he realizes that he needs to focus on the tournament, he has a stare down with Punk and says, "Good luck," and walks off. And then Pierce says, "Listen, Punk, how about this? Next week, you can get your hands on the bronze, but you need to go find yourself a partner. I know there's a lot of guys in the back that doesn't really like you, but there's a lot of guys in the back that don't like the bronze, that don't like the vision. So go find yourself a partner, and next week you get the bronze. Yeah. Also, next week the Cena tournament starts. That's a big thing next week. Big tournament. In a decent match. Next match, the New Day of Grayson Waller and Xavier Woods. This was already in the mod. I didn't even need to do this. Defeated Otis and Akira Tozawa in 12:08 when Grayson Waller pinned Akira Tozawa after Keaton. Woods did a 60, Waller did a 54, Akira Tozawa did a 51, and Otis did a 54. Out of this, we get 65. Waller gets on the mic and he cannot believe that AJ Styles and Dragon Lee are tag team champions. A real tag team. Like him and the New Day deserve to be champs. And the New Day just kind of like stare, like have like a shocked face, like a real team like us. What are you talking about? That we deserve the titles. And like Kofi or Woods like gets a mic and says, "Yeah, a real team like me and Wood." No, Kofi gets a mic and says, "A real team like me and Woods deserves those titles." And we're all like, "Yep, you, Woods and me." We get a 59 here. We're backstage in the Vision locker room, and Heyman is trying to calm down the Bronze, and Breaker grabs him and just like not throws him, but he grabs him and slams him into the wall, and says, "First, we get kicked out of the Battle Royale. Second, we're not in the Cena tournament." Heyman, next week we got Punk. If we don't win that match and we don't get our title shots, then you're gonna end up like Seth, okay, buddy? And then Heyman's like, "Listen, I'm trying my best here, okay? You gotta trust me. I'm doing the best I can. You gotta trust me." And Bronson Reed calms down Breaker. He lets go of Heyman and says, "Okay then, I trust you, Paul, but you better watch yourself." Then he like barks and walks off. 59. Our next match, Bailey and Lyra in Bailey and Lyra Valkyria versus the Kabuki Warriors, and Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair come out. They announce that this match, the winner of this match, will be the new #1 contender to the women's tag team titles. In a 70, in a decent match, Bailey and Lila Valkyria drew with the Kabuki Warriors in 16:38 when the ref lost control and stopped the match. So what happens is just chaos. Bailey and Asuka, Bailey snaps into her crazy side and starts brawling with Asuka, and the ref just can't. He just has to ring the bell. It's chaos. It's chaos. I don't know what else to say. Ira got a 54, Bailey got a 68, Kyrie got a 69, and Asuka got a 67. For some reason, Kyrie Sane has extremely poor form, which she doesn't. I don't think she has that anymore. So I'm probably gonna go in the editor and remove that because she shouldn't have that anymore. I keep forgetting to mention the storylines here, but this progressed 2 storylines. But yeah, we didn't get 65. Chaos. They're brawling. The ref is ringing the bell. And Bailey and Asuka are just brawling. And Kyrie and Lyra, the 2 sane ones, try to pull them apart. But Bailey and Asuka Bailey shoves Lyra to the ground, and Asuka shoves Kyrie to the ground, and they start brawling. But eventually, they all pulled apart, and that ends that. What's next? We get 63. This is a big segment. Okay. So Jey Uso leaving Adam Pearce's office, and Jimmy walks up. He said, "Listen, Uso, you get him next time." And Jay says, "What? You know, Oos, winning the war title? You know, uh, winning the war title? You were so close to beating Punk, man." And Jay says, "Nah." And Jimmy's like, "Huh?" And Jay says, "You see the fans every week tapping on their phones, talking on their podcast, doing whatever, talking about me, about my first reign, about my Rumble win, about my matches, like, about my moves, about me as champ. Nah, I'm done with it." And Jimmy says, "Oh, come on, Oos. The people care about you, Oos. You see the crowd every week eating, saying to roll it back. They haven't given up on you, Oos. They haven't given up." And then Jay cuts him off. It says, "Aren't you supposed to be on SmackDown, Jim? What are you doing here?" And Jim's like, "Oos, brother, I'm just here to help you, man. I'm not." And then Jay cuts him off and says, "Nah, I don't need help, Oos. You see, I talked to Pierce, and I'm in the Cena tournament. These fans, they hate me now, Oos. They hated me when I eliminated Cena from the Rumble. Just wait until they see me retire John Cena. Let's see if they hate me then." Jey Uso walks away, and Jimmy's just confused and he's sad. He's like, "Okay, Oos." And this leads us to our big main event, which is a 72 in a decent match. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeated the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and JD McDonough in 1752 when Dragon Lee pinned Finn Balor with the Operation Dragon. This is the first defense of the War Tag Team titles. 65 from Dragon Lee, 73 from AJ Styles, 64 from JD, and 71 from Finn Balor. Good match. Couple negatives here. This is funny. That's funny. The Americanos are not on this show. They'd probably be on main event or something. Also, unlike my other WWE series, I'm not gonna show main event. I will show Evolve though. So that is something. Um, we're ending the show on a good note, boys. A 58. I'm not gonna end the show the same every week, so I'm changing it up. Is this the whole segment? It is. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee celebrate, they win, they leave. Dirty Dom gets in the ring, he helps up Finn Balor, then he goes to help JD McDonough. And while he's checking on JD, Finn grabs Dom's IC title and stares at it. He then looks at Dom, and he's holding the title in the position like you're about to attack someone. He slowly sneaks up on Dom, but then he turns around. Finn then hands him the title and gives Dirty Dom a hug. The rest of Judgment Day come out. Raquel, Roxanne. They look a little bit confused. But Finn Balor does raise their hands and say that they're not done. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee can hold those titles, but they aren't done with them, or something like that. But they stand tall with a confusing ending to Raw. 78, that did better than I expected. That was a pretty good show. Best thing was CM Punk. Who could have guessed? Some good segments, some good matches. Pretty good. The worst thing on the show was other than Valkyrie and Nikki Bella. But yeah, even with the main event segment not doing the greatest, it's still a great show. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you like and subscribe, and yeah. Bye.